Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Verde Valley Experience. I'm Jennifer Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us today. As always, we really appreciate you watching the show. You can check us out anytime on verdevalleytv.com. We also have a YouTube channel as well. So if you want to watch the show again or over or any of our other shows for the past several years, please feel free, dive right in, verdevalleytv.com. So great show for you today. Lots of fun things happening, lots of things to tour and things to listen to and great people to meet, just as always with the Verde Valley. Our first guests today are from the Jerome Chamber of Commerce. We have with us Donna Chesler. She's the vice president. We also have Mary Beth Barr. She's on the board of directors, and they're here to talk about the 54th annual Jerome Home and Building Tour. It's my favorite tour of all. I wait all year for this. It's happening May 18th and 19th. It's just the best. If you haven't been, wow, you are missing out because it is so cool to get to look inside the homes in Jerome. It's wonderful, and you meet all kinds of great people, and you learn lots of really cool history while you're at it too. So they're here to talk all about that tour. Then we'll be joined by Neil Manzenberger. Now he is the assistant conductor for the Cottonwood Community Band. They are doing concerts, the most amazing concerts, and they're free, if you can believe it. Their new concert series is very, very cool. They're performing some of the most loved and widely known music from stage and screen. So it's like Hollywood and movies and way too much fun to go and watch the community band members perform that. And of course, if you want to get involved with the band, Neil's going to be here to tell us all about that. If you've got musical instruments in your closet that are taking up space, Neil can help you out with lightening your load in your closet on that too. So it'll be fun to listen to him. Then we'll go on location, courtesy of our sponsors at Cat and Verde Links. And we'll go to the Sedona Bike Skills Park in Sedona. It's very cool. We're going to talk to BMX legend Jordan Reese. That's right. He's going to talk all about the park itself, creating it, how it works, the tricks you can do there. And then he's going to demonstrate some of his absolutely awesome skills. Really cool segment. And we'll finish out our show today with the youngest musician we've ever had on the show. Of course, it's her second time on the show, but she's still the youngest musician. Riley Whitaker is back. She's now 14 and she's amazing. She's been to Nashville. She has new songs to release, and she's going to release them right here on the show. I am so excited. So let's get started. From the Jerome Chamber of Commerce, Donna, thank you for being here. Mary Beth, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
That's awesome. 54 years.
That's right. You know, this is the longest running home tour in the state of Arizona.
Wow, I can
But
imagine.
I'd like to clarify, Donna and I have not been hosting it all that
No,
time.
oh my gosh, no.
Just
Your
for the
moms would have,
record.
not even, you'd have been a thought at that point.
No, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, but that's wonderful. And
Yeah.
that's a tribute to the success of it and how well it's run.
Yeah.
And what a great tour it is. I mean, everybody loves home tours. Personally, I absolutely love home tours. And there's no cooler town to do it in than Jerome.
You know, it's when you think about the fact that there are only 440 people in Jerome, and we have a 5-year rule that we can only have a home on at least every 5 years. The same home can't be on.
More than.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it's difficult to come up with people who are willing to have 1,500 people come through their home in 2 days.
Good point.
So we thank all of our people who actually are willing to do this, and we have some really great homes this year.
Oh my gosh. How many homes are on the tour this year, Mary Beth?
5 homes and then a historical site.
Very
We've
nice.
tried to start putting some historical sites in, little behind the scenes historical places that you wouldn't normally see if you just came to town.
Right. And see, that's
And
the
the
thing.
other thing that we've done, we tried it a little bit last year and then we're doing it again this year because it was so popular, is trying to get houses close together so people can actually walk through some of the, lesser known streets and see all the kooky things people have in their yard and little paths and trails and staircases and things like that. So we're doing the same thing this year.
Excellent. Yeah, that did work very well last year when I
Yeah.
did the tour. I went, wow, we just walk across the street to
Yes.
the next house. That's the coolest.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
down
we
the street
got-
to the next one. Now, really, there's not a lot of walking because there's shuttles involved, but it is not handicap accessible. So that's
It's
a big
not.
thing.
Our first house, you have to walk 600 feet down a road just to get into the house. And it's a real miner shack. It's on a road, I can guarantee you no one's ever seen this road. It's never been on the home tour. They're very private people who are letting us into their really tiny home that is a real slice of Jerome life from 1917. And we're calling it the radio house because the people the Maters who built the house and lived in the house were ham radio operators. And inset in the walls are all the controls for the ham radio, I've never seen anything like it. It's really fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's going to be a real treat. And then in the back of their house it's a sleeping porch, which I sort of call an enchanted sleeping cave, and it's built with a rock wall, and it's built like right into the wall. It's really a fun house.
Only
People are
in
going to
Jerome.
love it. Yeah.
Only in Jerome will you find that.
Yeah.
That is so neat.
Well, you
other
brought
kind-
up a good point too about the walking, because
Yeah.
we do have historic potholes. So people definitely need to wear walking shoes and
Yes.
watch where they walk.
Absolutely. Good shoes, ankle support, lots of water bottles.
So we do have a really big parking lot, and
Mm-hmm.
so everyone is encouraged to park in the 300 level parking lot, which is behind the firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a little bus that's going to bring people to Spook Hall, where the tour is going to start. So don't worry about parking, and don't worry
Right.
about getting back to your car, because that shuttle is going to run all day long.
You guys do a
good.
great job
Yeah,
with the
it's a
shuttle
lot of
system
organizing.
every year.
Yeah.
And it's just
You know,
brilliant.
we have 70 volunteers
Wow.
to make this thing happen each day.
Wow.
That's a lot of volunteers.
That is a lot more volunteers than I expected.
Yeah.
That's amazing
Yeah.
that you're able to pull that
Yes.
many people.
It is.
That's great. So it's nice that you can park in the big lot and you have no problem past the fire station there on the left, right by the mine. It's very cool. And then the shuttle will bring you around. Last ticket is sold at 3 p.m.
That's right. And we do that because it's going to take at least 2 hours to get through the tour. So we don't let people start the tour at 5, because then it's going to be the never-ending tour. So,
gotcha.
we start at 3, and hopefully it's going to wrap up by 5:30 or so.
Sure. Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense. That
But
makes sense.
You sort of go at your own pace. Like if you're really, loving sitting on the porch somewhere, you can stay there. You don't have to stay with your group. You can wait for the next shuttle to come along. And
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is nice. So it's not
Yeah.
like you're stuck with these 5 people. Then you have, when they're done, you got to go. Everybody goes and comes, and the shuttles just run.
yeah,
So the first ticket is sold at 8 in the morning.
9.
9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. The internet lies.
Yeah,
So
9. Yeah.
okay. 9. Last one is sold at 3.
Right.
Very good.
And yeah, so the doors are going to open at 9. You can buy your
Okay.
tickets in advance online. You can buy them now.
Right. If you go to
Yeah.
jeromechamber.org.
.com.
.com.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
then the-
internet lies.
And then there'll be a will call line there. So
Okay.
if you have a ticket, you'll just walk in the door and get your ticket, and you'll sit down, and then the fun will begin.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's nice that it takes 2 hours. That's a good amount of time, but it's not too short and it's not too long.
Yeah. You even could stop halfway. Say you started at 11 and you got really hungry. You could go back, you could have lunch, you could get back on the tour then.
Oh, nice.
So you really, most people I do think make a day of it. And, maybe they'll go to some shops, and maybe afterwards they'll use their ticket to get a discount at the state park.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. To get $1 off
Oh,
there.
That's nice.
And free admission at the Mine Museum, I believe.
That's true.
Oh,
at
love
For the
that.
Historical Society.
From the Historical Society.
nice.
So you can definitely spend the entire day in Jerome.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yeah. That, and what a great day it is. So tickets are $25 for adults over the age of 12, so anyone 12 and over. Children 4 to 12 are only 10, and children 3 and under are free.
Right.
That's very nice. So that
Right.
there's some parents with the young babies, and
Right.
they can carry them around, and
Yeah.
there's no charge.
No pets.
No pets. Don't be disguising your pooch as a baby.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
The bonnet on the pug. In Jerome, you would see that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's great. So again, not wheelchair accessible. You want to wear comfortable shoes, be prepared for a little walking, but it's absolutely going to be worth it. I love all the interesting details. I mean, the homes there were hand built. They're not like cookie cutters. There weren't designs. You just kind of built your house out of what you had, and things are weird and they're placed in weird spots,
Right.
and they're very organic. You use this kind of rock here and you'll find mine parts and things and weird types of rock dug out.
Oh, yeah.
And the shingles will be 9 different types of
Yeah.
whatever they could find, and the walls are stuffed
Yeah.
with newspaper. It's just the coolest.
Yeah. We do have some that are very finely finished this year. We have a California couple bought the home that we call the Reber home, because Reber was the first owner of the home. And he's a master craftsman, and the home is just fabulous.
Wow.
It's all the fine touch of a master woodworker. So I think and it's got a killer view also. Again, another street no one's ever been on and no one's ever seen. So people are going to love that one.
I bet.
Yeah. And we have a home from 1919, the teacher's house. Continually, a teacher has lived in this home.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't that
That's
fascinating?
true. Yeah.
Wow.
And that was actually worked on from the TV show Boomtown Builders.
Oh, very good.
So part of it's been renovated by the TV show that was on last year.
Sure, that's a great show.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's very
that's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
How do you convince people to open their homes? What do you tell them?
Well, we beg and bribe and anything we can do. But fortunately, somehow the whole thing comes together every year.
I think an interesting thing is that a lot of times, like the one I told you about, the Reber home, they just finished it. And it seems like a good time, you know, before you really get into living in your home. Let's just do it, get it over with, have it on, like you basically did that. When
And I
she-
knew no one could bug me for another
so
5 years.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
So I think, you know, that's the case in a few of these, is that it's just finished and people are really proud of it, and then they know that we're going to leave them alone for a while.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
See, that's incentive right there. You know,
Yeah.
you do it once and you're good for 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
After that, you start getting hounded mercilessly.
I know. Sometimes people see my name come up and they're like,
Oh,
I'm not
don't answer
answering.
that. You know she's going to ask for our
Especially
house
when
to be
it's
on
the
tour.
first of the year when we start looking
Oh,
for
that
homes.
when you start doing the
Yeah.
homes. Wow.
Yeah.
The one that we have on the poster too that's up on Giroux Street, it's the tallest street up in Jerome that you can get up on. So the
Wow.
views are spectacular.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's part of the fun when you go to
Yeah.
Jerome, is to stop and look around and look at the different. And it's different everywhere you go. The houses, depending on which way they face, it's
Right.
really different.
We're on the tour, as far as I know at this point, we're going to take people down a back road that most people have never been on. It's going to go out sort of around toward the state park, and it's going to come up into town on a back dirt road. And I'm sure people are going to really love that ride. And it's going to take them to the back of the Sullivan Hotel, which is the building where Nellie Bly is.
Right.
And we're going to see the boiler room there, which is super cool. The boiler is from 1915, and it's been refurbished. So it's quite a piece of art almost.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
great. Now, the monies raised for this particular tour go to support the Jerome Chamber of Commerce.
It's our only major fundraiser for the whole year.
Wow.
It takes care of, you know, advertising for our events as well as the town maps that we give out and to promote the town when the tourists come up so they have something to take home with them.
Wow. That's
And our
wonderful.
visitor center.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great visitor center that you have there. That's amazing. One and done.
yeah.
That's because you do such a good job. You don't need to do another one. This
Well,
is
and
the best.
we'll be looking for you again this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every year. It's
That-
the best thing.
Yeah.
It's my
That's the
birthday
other-
weekend, so it's always
That's right.
Yeah,
that's how I
it's-
celebrate every
It's the
year.
other
Yeah.
nice thing. There are people, especially from the Phoenix area, that
Mm-hmm.
make this a pilgrimage every year. So, in a lot of ways, if you really work the tour year after year, it's like Old Home Week.
It's true. We see people
Exactly.
who have been coming for years and years,
Yeah.
and they always tell us, you know, I brought my mother here for like 20 years,
Aw.
and then we're all like happy, and you know, everyone's excited
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah.
wonderful. It is a happy thing. Everyone's happy that I've been on the tours with. You know, it's fun and everyone's having a good time. And the fact that it's an easy go at your own pace really helps.
Yeah.
Because if you want to sit on the porch, you know, for a
Yeah,
little while
no
and
one's
soak in the
rushing
view,
you.
nobody's going to push you
Right.
out.
And sometimes there'll be people who maybe see that they just can't do the steps, and they can stay on the shuttle and they can just move on to the next one.
There you go.
So it doesn't really deter people, even if there are steps, because they'll see something.
Sure.
There's going to be something they're going to enjoy.
Right. You got
Yeah.
to drive down a road you probably never would have found before.
Exactly.
And have a chauffeur.
Yeah.
Go to jeromechamber.com. You're going to get your tickets there. Very, very soon. I recommend getting them there because you do sell out. Don't you? You fill up.
Well, we don't have a certain number. I
Okay.
mean, everyone's welcome.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's good
Yeah.
to know. But get your tickets online anyway, and then
Yeah.
let them know when you're coming, and they know when to inspect you, and that's great. And you'll get
Yeah.
your wristband when you get to Spook Hall. Park past the fire station. You're going to park in that wonderful parking lot. The shuttle system is going to run for you. You don't have to worry about driving or parking. Just wear good shoes. Be prepared to have a smile on your face all day and for some amazing sights. So go to jeromechamber.com for more information on the 54th Annual Jerome Home and Building Tour. Donna, thank you for being
Thank you.
here.
Thanks
Mary
for
Beth,
having
thank you for
us.
being here.
Thank you.
See you at the tour.
And you know what they say, there's no place like Jerome.
We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away. Primary health care should emphasize prevention and self-healing through the use of natural therapies. Breakthrough Medicines, Dr. Shada Sina assists patients using naturopathic medicine to facilitate body aging gracefully, detox and weight loss, hormone balancing, and brain wellness. See Dr. Sina for women's health. Find out more about naturopathic medicine and Dr. Shada Sina at breakthrough-medicine.com. Now accepting new patients.
Been hearing about the crazy benefits of CBD? Find out how CBD can help you at Sedona's #1 resource, CBD Sedona. Come in for a free consultation and let our trained medical staff help you find the perfect product for you. Pain-relieving salves, full-spectrum oils, honeys, teas, cookies, and even CBD for pets. Ready to feel fantastic? Come on by CBD Sedona today.
Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging uses a state-of-the-art medical digital camera to take a picture and create a map of the body's infrared patterns, later interpreted by an MD specially trained in reading thermography. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging is the leading medical imaging and proactive healthcare, detecting early danger signs years before other tools, finding early breast disease up to 8 years before mammography may detect it. Schedule a scan with Carol today. Northern Arizona Thermal Imaging. Say yes to thermography.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here with Neil Manzenberger. He is the assistant conductor for the Cottonwood Community Band. It's that time. We're going to talk about the band. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, you guys do concerts throughout the year, but there is a concert coming up on May 19th.
Right.
That's very exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be at Mingus High School in the auditorium, and we performed there our concert back in March, and so we're looking to have another big crowd, and we're doing show tunes this time, a lot of different kind of show tunes.
Oh,
so
that's
it's
very
going to be
fun.
fun.
That's very fun. And what a great auditorium it is. If you have not been into the Mingus Auditorium, it's amazing.
Yes.
The sound quality, the raked floors. I mean, you cannot see a concert in a better venue in this area, I don't think, than at the Mingus Union High School. So it's a great, plus it seats hundreds of people.
I think it's somewhere around 900 maybe, something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is good because the concert's free, which is amazing that you can do this for free.
Yep.
That's incredible.
So.
How do you do that? How do you put on a concert for free?
Well, we have like a lot of organizations. It's a 501, and people make donations. We also pass around the hat at intermission, as it were.
Very nice.
And people will give what they feel like they can and things like that. And
that's great.
so it's just a lot of very, very positive support from the community. So.
Excellent. So tell us about the Cottonwood Community Band. How does that work?
Well, the Cottonwood Community Band, I think it's 20 some odd years old. And right now, Cy Brandon, Dr. Brandon is the conductor. And but I was asked to be the assistant conductor this year. And first time I played with the band was back in 2009. And then I had to drop out to do some other things and came back in. But the band is running right now low 40s. We've had as high as 50 some odd people in the band. Wow. Right now we have a very good mix of instrumentation. We even added a violinist who is playing percussion with us right now. And once in a while she'll actually play her violin. So
wow.
It's a great group of people. They're very, very talented, but we have all different kinds of proficiency levels. It's not just people who play very well, but people who maybe haven't played their instrument in 20 years. When I first started in 2009, I haven't touched my French horn in 40 years. So it was a matter of getting the horn fixed first, and then playing. But it's a lot of fun.
Right. And membership is open to the public.
Yeah. Right, we're always looking for new members to come in and play, and so irregardless of what your ability level is, you're welcome. And so we'd love to have anybody that wants to come in and play.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I play a mean kazoo.
Cool. We can always use a kazoo, probably.
I bet you don't have another kazoo.
We don't have another
Neil?
kazoo player. No, we do not.
Well, that's great. And because there's a lot of people that may have played music in, say, we'll call it a previous life.
Yeah.
That it's sitting there and it's calling to them, because if you've got it in you, it never goes away.
Right.
You have to play. At some point you will go, oh, this is a wonderful outlet for people to do that. How often do you meet per month?
We meet every Monday night from 7 to 9 at the band room at the Cottonwood Community School. They're on Mingus, and we work for the 2 hours. We take a little break in the middle and get a lot of work done.
Nice, I bet. And it's almost like a communal experience, like a family members. All of a sudden, you've got 40 more friends.
Right.
You know?
Yes, I have met some people that I have become very close with, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's just a good group.
Now, this particular show you're doing, Show Tunes, you're doing Hollywood and Broadway, movies and productions and things like that. Now, where did that's a little bit of a departure from the stuff that you normally play.
Cy is the one that picks the music, and I think he tries, and the thing that I appreciate about what Cy does is he tries not to just have music that people may never have heard, that's band music, as you would call it, but music that has actually, people would recognize that has been arranged for the band. And I do appreciate his willingness and understanding that you've got to appeal to a lot of different likes and dislikes of music, and he does a really good job of that. So it's been fun working with Cy.
I bet he's a great guy.
Yes,
What's a couple of the songs you'll be playing at the concert?
We're going to be doing Camelot.
Ooh,
Music from Camelot.
That's a good
We'll
one.
be doing music from Fiddler.
nice.
And one of the songs that I'm really looking forward to is Someone to Watch Over Me. Yancey Alvarez is going to be doing an alto sax solo on that, and he does an amazing job with it.
Wow.
And I did bring my little list there, so I didn't forget.
course.
We're also doing Girl Crazy,
Fine.
Laura's theme from Dr. Zhivago. Really fun one. It's called Cartoon Carnival. And it's got all these things. Merrily We Roll Along, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, the Animaniacs, things like that.
fun.
And then we close with Les Mis.
Oh,
with the music from
nice.
Les Mis.
Good choice.
So
That's a good
fun,
choice.
it's a fun show.
Wow. And so all these community members come together. Are any of them, what's the ratio of professional musicians to just regular people in your group?
There are a few of us that have played out there before, but for the vast majority of the members that we have are just people that have played all their lives and they'll enjoy playing, and they just enjoy the camaraderie, and we just get together on Monday night and play.
Wow. If someone is thinking maybe they want to join the band, what's the first step?
Show up.
Nice.
Yeah. Monday night at 7 o'clock we'll be starting. We have, after this program in May, we start getting ready for our Flag Day, Elks program and Flag Day, and so that rehearsals will start the first Monday in June. We'll start rehearsing for that. So if somebody wants to join the band and perform with us that first Monday in June at 7 o'clock, more than welcome to come.
Okay, excellent. You can check them out online, cottonwoodcommunityband.org. That's a great place to go. Lots of information there, cottonwoodcommunityband.org. Now tell us, assistant conductor. So how did you get involved with that?
In a previous life, before I retired, I was actually a high school band director for 22 years back in
Wow.
Indiana. And my degrees are in music. And I retired from Indiana, came out here, missed the kids, actually missed the classroom, went back into the classroom in the Cottonwood district, and taught music and technology there. And then had a chance to also do some playing with the Sinfonietta up in Sedona, and with the Prescott Pops. I played with them for a while. But music is just part of me, and I found out about the band in '09 and said, I got to do this again. So I got my horn out and just really enjoyed it.
Wow.
And so for whatever reason, they said, okay, Neil, would you like to be the assistant? I said, sure, why not?
Neat. Well, that's great. Now, what do you need? I know that before on the show, there was a need for equipment.
We can always use trumpets and trombones, and I think when I talked to Cy, he even said something about a tuba. We have one tuba, I think it is, and but trumpets and trombones, we will accept any donation if anybody wants to do that, and we would be very, very appreciative of that. Because a lot of times the kids, especially the younger folks, or maybe people that haven't played for a while, their instruments are just not to the point that they can even get them repaired.
Right.
And so they would want that instrument to play with. So anybody has any one of those, is more than happy. We'll take it from you. So.
Well, that's wonderful. What a great way to clean out your closet. If you've got
Amen.
some brass hanging out back in there and you want to put it to a good cause. If you don't want to play it, but if you do, cottonwoodcommunityband.org, great place to start. Those Monday night meetings, that's really great. A whole group of new friends making wonderful music. So that's awesome. So you've got this concert coming up on May 19th. It's at Mingus Union High School Auditorium. It's free. It begins at 3 p.m. and it lasts for a little over an hour.
Right.
So it's a wonderful thing to do on a Sunday, May 19th, starting at 3. Get there early, get a good seat, though there's plenty of seating. There's plenty of parking. It's really easy to get to in Cottonwood. So it's a great place to have this concert. Now, after this concert's over, what do you then start working for?
Well, at that point, we have we've always played at Elks Day at the Elks Club up in Jerome, or in Clarkdale. And then we do the 4th of July program at Clarkdale.
Yes, you do a wonderful job that day at the 4th of July
Yeah.
picnic that happens right after the parade.
Right.
You start playing, and you play for well over an hour.
Last year we did a little over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And good stuff too. It really adds to the atmosphere where there's the kids running around with snow cones and all the different booths, and you get to meet all your friends and talk about the excitement of the evening. And the Cottonwood Band is playing, and it's just beautiful. The newly redone park too,
Right.
since last year. That park is amazing right now.
Yes, it is.
Very good. So after the 4th of July, then what do you do?
Then the next main concert we have coming up, we'll play at the Verde River Days in September, and then we have our programs coming up in October, and then our Christmas programs again in December.
Right.
So
it's almost every month, it seems, but we can average out a month and a half.
A month and a half,
There's
2
a
months,
concert,
yeah.
Which is great. Now, if you become part of the band, how strict is it on showing up and performing?
Well, obviously we realize that being adults that have other responsibilities, it's important that you're there as much as you can. And for the vast majority of people that I've worked with in this group over the years have been very, very good about being there. But we realize is you don't have to be there every week because things happen, and we understand that. So
That is true. Good commitment. So you understand how life works,
Yeah.
which is nice. Because we're talking real people here
Right.
with real lives.
Right.
Oh, very good. That is awesome. So if somebody's sitting there scratching their head, watching TV, going, I've got that saxophone in the closet or whatever, and maybe where there's another violinist or a cellist or someone sitting there going, it would be so much fun, but I don't know. I don't think I'm very good anymore. What would you say to them?
I would say once you've played it, it's kind of like riding that bicycle. You never really forget how. You just have to get it back in shape again. And I know, like I said, when I first pulled my horn back out after 40 years, it took me a few days to get my lips back, but it comes. And it's just a matter, if you don't start, you'll never get better again. So
That's true.
you got to get started.
That's
and it's
true.
a good place to start.
Very good. Well, that's good to know. So will you be performing? Or will you be conducting on May
I will
19th?
be performing, and I will be conducting one number. I will actually be conducting the Camelot number.
Oh, fun. Oh, that's great. You get to do both.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Does Cy perform?
No,
No, he's strictly conducting.
he's strictly conducting. Yeah.
Sure. Well, that's great. Are there dues or
No.
any sort of membership fee?
Nope.
No.
No,
Okay.
it really is free. You we just want you to come and to enjoy playing and just to get better on your instrument again. So.
How fun, and meet lots of fun people, and
Yeah.
hang out and play music. That's what everybody wants to do. Be part of a band. Didn't you always want to be part of a band? Everybody wanted, right? Everybody wanted to be part of a band at some point.
Right.
So here is your chance. The CottonwoodCommunityBand.org. Doesn't matter if they live in Cottonwood.
No.
No, you can come from all over the place. You can come from Sedona, Jerome, Prescott, wherever you want to drive on over. Monday's a great time to come and join the band. Cottonwood Community Band. So the upcoming concert, May 19th, starts at 3. That's a Sunday over at Mingus Union High School Auditorium. It's free. That's right, it's free. But be generous when they pass the hat because, it costs money to do these things, even if you are a nonprofit organization.
Right.
So, wow. Neil, thank you for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
I can see you really enjoy being in the band, too.
Yes, I do.
It's great. We'll be right back with more of the Verde Valley Experience, so don't go away.
Show your customers how much they matter to you. Follow up with a real card in just 60 seconds with Send Out Cards. Send Out Cards makes it easy for busy professionals to leave a memorable impression. Stay in touch with a simple one-step process from your phone or computer to their mailbox. Call Judy today at 928-202-2557. That's 928-202-2557.
Award-winning Soundbites Grill is an entertainment restaurant located in Uptown Sedona at the Hyatt Pinion Point Resort. Open for lunch and dinner, featuring fresh fish, all-natural hand-cut beef, even a full vegan menu. Family-friendly, open 11:30 to 9, late dining on Friday and Saturday. Soundbites Grill has some of the best views of the Sedona Red Rocks. Offers world-class entertainment, food, fun, and music.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now sitting here in the Pump Park of the Sedona Bike Park. It's really cool. We're here with Jordan Reese. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
This is the neatest thing I've ever been in. This is very cool. Can you describe to us what's going on here?
Well, this is the lower half of the pump park. This is a bunch of connecting bowls that are at the lowest end, and so when you start riding from the top and work your way down, you can pump your way through these bowls and get back up to the top without having to pedal, which is the purpose of a pump park. You're not pedaling, you're pumping your way through. Yeah.
Oh, that is too cool. Now, yeah, it's a bunch of different bowls, and each one has drains. I mean, it had to be just such an engineering feat to get this taken care of.
Oh yeah, a lot of forehead scratching to come up with the plan to make it all connect, yes.
Gosh, how long has the park been open?
It's about 3 years now that this one has been up and running, yeah.
That's great. Were you involved from the ground up?
A little bit. I worked for the newspaper when it first was going up, so when I had downtime in between jobs, I'd come out here with shovels and do a little maintenance to help keep it running and looking nice.
And now look at you. You're the supervisor of the maintenance crew here.
Yep.
That's great. And how was this constructed? We've got all these bowls and these rims and these slopes. How did you make all this?
A lot of pushing and nudging the city to bring me dirt and machinery. This was all done by hand and tractors, and countless loads of dirt brought from all over the city. This was all flat when I started, and now it's all craters.
Yeah, it's really great. And it's a work of art. You know, depending on what angle you look at it, it's gorgeous. And then you go over here and wow, it's totally different. And of course, the view can't be beat.
Yeah, right.
So.
It's the best, most beautiful bike park in the country, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your biking background.
Well, I grew up as being the kid that would build the dirt jumps in the back lots. I always kind of considered myself the Banksy of the bike world, because I'd make jumps and stuff like this and not really go known as who I was and who was going in. And then I started getting into mountain biking, and then I became a professional downhill mountain biker. And I used to come to Sedona all the time to train and ride extreme terrain, and then and I just always have been on a bike my whole life.
Wow. How long have you been in Sedona?
About 10 years now.
10 years. Very good. So when you got wind of this, you're like, I'm in on that project.
I'm in on that. If they want or not, I'm in on it.
Wow. So what's maintenance like here? To me, it looks like dirt, which you can blow away. It'll smush down the rain. Oh my gosh, when it rains, you must just pull your hair out.
Yeah, the worst does happen with the rains in the monsoon, because the underlayer of this dirt has a lot of rock. So when the rain's pelting it hard enough, it just pulls all the rocks out. And
Sure.
so The maintenance is mostly pulling rocks out of the park
Okay.
and make it smooth for all the riders.
That's true. I notice in the desert, when it rains, the rocks grow.
Yeah, that's right.
So that happens here too. Is it a daily basis kind of thing, or does it once a month you come in with a crew?
I come in once a week. I'm
Once a
usually here
week.
on Tuesdays, so if anybody wants to come and donate their time on Tuesdays from 8 to 4, I'm here pulling rocks and weeds and packing in dirt and making it smooth for everybody.
Oh, very good. I'm glad that you were able to give Sedona some of your passion as far as the
Absolutely.
biking goes, because it really shows. This is an absolutely gorgeous place. So are there any rules and regs and hours?
The hours are, it's basically sun up to sundown. We don't have any lighting here. And the rules are no electric bikes are allowed, and also we try to keep people from sliding or dragging off the edges, because this is all hand built. So
Right.
when you drag your edge and take it the side down, it takes manual labor to put it back together.
Right. Where did the funding for this place come from?
It was partial through the city and partial through the community. So we had city council meetings and we had funding brought together from the community, and the community came in and decided what features they wanted to have in the park. And so we still have 3 more phases to build, but we have 3 trails down the hill, and
Okay.
we have a dual slalom where people are heading to, and we have the pump park and the tot loop.
Wow, oh, the tot loop is so cute. These little bitty bumps is just so cute for that. It's really amazing. It's such a big place, and you're still building on.
Yep, this is not even completed. I still have the top half of this pump park still under construction. So.
That's amazing. Wow. And how does it go for you when we have biking festivals or big, large groups of mountain bikers come through?
I love it, and I like being the fly on the wall where I go anonymous and I just ride around and listen to all the people commenting how amazing this is and calling their friends and saying they got to come here and ride this place. It's the most amazing place I've ever seen. So.
I read the comments after each one of the bike festivals and how it talks about how the Pump Park and the Sedona Bike Park are just top notch and world class.
Yeah.
You've built something really special here, Jordan.
Yeah. I had a friend's yard in Tucson where I grew up that he lived a block away from me, and his whole backyard was connecting bowls like this, and it just gave me the idea and inspiration to move forward and make something like that here, because it was so fun, and it's good for all ages. You see kids on Striders rolling around here, and then you see world-class pro mountain bikers that you see in Red Bull Rampage riding around in here. So it fits everybody. So it's just perfect in my opinion.
That is just great. Of course, perfect something for your kids to do. There's no charge to be here.
Yeah,
of course,
free.
ride respectfully, ride protected, wear your helmet, wear your shin guards, your wrist guards, whatever, proper gear, proper footwear is always a good thing. And now, if you could give someone some advice, they say, oh, I'm coming to this, I'm going to ride this pump park. What would you say to them? Okay, let me give you a tip.
Well, there is no middle, beginning, or end, so just go in any direction and have fun with it, because I built it to make it so it's omnidirectional.
All right.
And most tracks you start and end, and I wanted this one to just be open for your own creativity.
Wow, you're brilliant.
Thank you.
That's just brilliant. We got to change the name. Okay, I'm saying this now. Jordan Reese Park. This is the Jordan Reese Pump Park. We have to change the name. Why not?
I get a bronze sculpture for this.
Absolutely. Yeah, you out there with your bike and your helmet ready to
Shovel.
go. So you're going to do some showing off for us now, aren't you?
Sure. Why not?
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for sitting with us.
Of course.
And talking about this wonderful park. And of course, thank you for all the effort that you put into here. You're an artiste, for sure.
Well, thank you.
Jordan Reese, he's the supervisor here for the maintenance crew that works this beautiful park. So make sure when you come over, you wave, you say hi, you thank you, you bow in reverence at this man's feet for this amazing park he's created. We'll be right back with more of the Verde Valley Experience, so don't go away.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley in Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
Keeps me lying awake at night. The way you talked keep me afraid. Watching as you talk to your friends, breaking bonds, let them end. Saying why can't we do this or that? Trying to keep you away, but you're coming back. Didn't think I'd hold on to you, but tell me this much, is it true? Are you still listening to your head like I knew you would? You fall down, get up, rebuilt, you haven't understood. You know you could. Like I knew you would. Tell me now so I know if I should keep thinking you're the one to let you go. You're the one I'd always talk to when I am sad, when the days got bad. Are you still listening to your head like I knew you would? You fall down, get up, rebuilt, you haven't understood, but you know you could. Now I know, like I knew you would. There's no letting go. Are you still listening to your head like I knew you would? You fall down, get up, rebuilt, you haven't understood, but you know you could. Like I knew you would.
That was great.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Riley Whitaker, everyone. Amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. It's been a little while, but not like forever since we've seen you on the show, but wow. I loved you last time and now you're just wow. You know, you've grown so much as a musician and a young lady since we've last seen you. It's probably been about a year since we've had you on the show. We did our wonderful music mashup remix recently for the new year, and we featured you, so it wasn't that long ago that you saw her. But now here it is actually about a year later, and it's incredible.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that song was really awesome.
Thank you.
Now that's you've heard it here first, by the way. That's your new release.
Yes, it's my new releasing single that's it's out. So, yes.
Wow, that's fantastic. What was that called?
It's called Knew You Would.
When did you write that?
I wrote it I actually wrote it a long, long time ago, and I kind of was looking through my old songbook and I found it, And I was like, wow, this is like really good actually.
Yeah.
So then I kind of just like came up with like little picking stuff, and then I decided to record it as my next one. So
I love it. I
Thank
absolutely
you.
love it. I love the different styles inside of it and the way you change your voice and the vocalization in it. It's really great.
thank you.
So you have had a very busy year.
Yes.
Where do we start? I mean, so much has happened to you in the past year.
Yeah, quite a bit's happened.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about The Voice. That's a big thing. Everybody knows The Voice. So let's talk about that.
Okay, so in February, I was at violin regionals. I was a first violinist at the Arizona regionals. I just said that. And I got a text message from The Voice casting. And like at first I was like, oh, it's probably nothing. But then I like went back, I like looked at it, and I was like, whoa, what is this? And in January, I sent in a video. I actually posted a video on Instagram. It was like a video of me singing, and it was called The Voice Instablinds. So you weren't allowed to show your face.
Cool.
And then they choose like, I don't know, about like 4 people they narrow it down to, and they post them on their story. And then people get to vote who moves on to the next round and everything. So I think I auditioned for the San Francisco round. So I think there's about like 400 people auditioned.
Wow.
And it was against me and this other girl. It was a really good experience.
Wow. That's incredible.
Thank you.
I bet. And then last summer you got this amazing scholarship from the Sedona Rotary Club.
Yes.
That sent you to Nashville.
Oh yeah, so I got a scholarship to go to a camp, a singer-songwriting camp at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, and it was awesome. I got to meet like tons of friends that are also into the same thing. Actually, one of my friends just released her single yesterday.
Wow.
So it was really awesome, and I played at the Bluebird Cafe and a lot of other open mics there too, but that's the big one. So
Wow, that had to be an amazing experience.
it was really awesome.
I mean, there's 5 reasons why it's amazing. One, you got the scholarship, which is really super. And you went to Nashville. I mean, come on, Nashville. We're not talking Oklahoma here.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
That is really super.
I actually didn't know what Nashville was going to be like. I thought it was going to be like a dirt road and like some tumbleweeds. Like I had no
Oh my
idea.
God.
And then I pulled up, I'm like, whoa, there's actually a city. And my parents were like, you didn't think there was a city? I'm like, no.
Aw.
I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It was. I love Nashville so much.
It's just the heart of music in the
Yes.
United States. It really is, and that you got to go there, the Country Music Hall of Fame, and play at the Bluebird. Wow, that's incredible. Now, again, you just did this really cool thing. You sung the national anthem
Oh yeah.
during spring training. So tell us about that.
Okay, so I sent in a video in January, and I heard back in February that I got accepted to sing the national anthem at a spring training game. It was the San Diego Padres versus the Kansas City Royals, and it was awesome. It was really nerve-wracking, but I got through it, and it was probably like the biggest crowd I've ever performed in front of. It was really awesome.
Wow. Do you know how many people were there that day?
There's probably over 3,000.
Wow.
I know, it was really fun.
Oh my gosh, did that make you nervous?
It was really nerve-wracking, especially like the minute before I went on. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh.
What did I do? Mom!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So now, moving forward, what are you up to? What's your future like?
So for the month of May, I'm playing at Reds every single Sunday from 6:30 to 8:30. I play at lots of local art galleries every first Fridays. And I'm going to be playing at the Flagstaff Folk Festival in
Ooh.
June. So
Ooh,
I'm
that
really
is a
excited.
great festival. I
Yeah.
love that festival.
I sent an application last month, and I just found out actually like yesterday that I got accepted.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
thank you.
Would you classify yourself as a folk musician?
I like all genres. I wouldn't really I'm singer-songwriter, acoustic kind of. Yeah, all genres. Yeah.
Yeah. And really, when we talk about that particular type of folk music, that doesn't mean the folk music like it meant in the 70s.
Yeah.
Folk music has changed. It was what pop was considered in the 70s.
Yeah.
Now we call that folk. It's different. It's gotten different, and it really embraces all types of singing voices. But yours is just so wonderful.
Thank you.
So remind us when you started singing. You were like in diapers, I think, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I was in diapers, but I was singing like Twinkle Twinkles, but
Still, and somebody went, "Wow, that kid's got pipes."
yeah, I would make my parents get up and sing Twinkle Twinkle, and I'd be like, no, you're doing it wrong. And I was like 1 year old, and then I'd go up and show them how it was done.
Oh my God, that's a scream. I bet the home movies are just a riot. You're going to be like Taylor Swift when you do these music videos. You're going to show videos of yourself as like a little kid going, "No, mom, you're a little pitchy."
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that is way too cool. I love that you've got standing gigs. I love that you're a working musician.
Thank
I
you.
love that. I said earlier on the show that you were the youngest professional musician we've ever had on the show. And you still are, even though you're older than you were last time. You still are. And I know plenty of adult musicians that aren't working. So that you're working is incredible, and you're already successful.
Thank you.
And you're just a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of the high school, they asked you to perform at the graduation ceremony.
Oh
this
yeah,
year.
so I played at the career fair for my high school. The Rotary Club asked me to play after I performed a little bit there, and it was really fun. It was kind of nerve-wracking, all my peers, but I got through it.
Yeah, that's the hardest audience.
Yeah, all your peers, yeah. But and then my music teacher asked if I would perform at the seniors graduation, so I'm playing a few songs there. I'm really excited about that.
Wow, that's incredible. Wow. So when you do your songs, do you have albums ready to come out? How are you lining these up?
Well, I have a lot of songs recorded right now. It costs a lot of money to like record a song, so I'm
Sure.
saving up like all the gig money I'm playing. I'm saving up to record an album.
Ah.
But I want to make sure when I like do the album, it's like every song is like exactly the way I want it. So
Nice.
I have, I think, 5 songs recorded. I think some of them I did in my home studio recording, so like 7 in all, but like 5 professionally recorded. So.
Wow. Hey, that's a great start. You're more than halfway there.
I know.
So you should try a GoFundMe page. Those are really popular. And actually, Mom, GoFundMe.
That's a good idea.
Actually a good idea because, in this day and age, there are people who just, it feels good to do that, to help someone along. And when you find someone like Riley and you think, wow, she wants to do my album. I want that album. I mean, I'm like, what have I got to give you so you can make that album so I can listen to it, at my home, in my car, at work, places like that. Or I want to hear you on the radio. How can I assist you with that? That's actually GoFundMe. Not that I'm a GoFundMe, I don't work for them. But that could be a great way. Maybe hint, hint, audience, check that out. RileyWhitaker.com. You want to go there. There might be a little GoFundMe tag under there one day if you want to help out with the creation of this amazing album. So
Thank you. That's a good idea.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. I love that song, the brand new, newly released song, Knew You Would. You wrote it before, so it's before Nashville.
Yeah, I did.
And yet it's that good.
Thank you. Yeah. And the next song I'm playing I wrote after Nashville. So.
Right. What do you think changed for you after Nashville?
Well, when I was in Nashville, I don't know. I got to work with a lot of other people, which I thought was really cool, and like hear their songs. But mostly the people like that were running the camp are professional musicians, and they said like the best way to like write a song is use like all the 5 senses. So I kind of put that into the songs I wrote there. Nice. And at the end of the camp, actually, everybody wrote a song and performed it at the Ford Theater. So yeah,
too cool. Well, I'm excited. We had the before and the after. Now we're about to have the after. What's this one called?
It's called Forever and Now.
Forever and Now. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Riley.
Thank you for having me.
Check her out, RileyWhitaker.com. That's her website. She's also on Facebook, Riley Whitaker Music on Facebook. Very cool. She's on Instagram. She's all over the place. Check her out at Reds on the Sundays in May. That's really awesome. Of course, all the art openings, the first Fridays, things like that. Thank you for being here.
Thank
you very much for watching. Check us out at VerdiValleyTV.com anytime. See you next time.
Rain that falls down on a stormy day. You should know the clouds will go away. To the old things that say new, the classics, they're all crime, rhythm, and blues. To a new town, old faces, the good old music, pious places. Hello to the new things that I won't understand, the people who are cold and the people who will take my hand. All the new things, all discovering life, a wandering bird ready to take a flight. To the half-full glass, sitting on a corner, they will stay with me forever and ever and now. Forever and now. to all the things we think about, being on stage in front of a big crowd, to all the ones we love, my mom and dad, for giving me kisses and hugs, to all the ones who stick by our side, the ones who put their hands up on those rights. Hello to the new things that I won't understand, the people who are cold and the people who take my hand. All the new things, all discovering life, a wandering bird ready to take a flight. To the half full glass, sitting on a counter that will stay with me forever and ever and now, forever and now. To our new town, old faces, the ones who stick by our sides in rough places. Hello to the new things that I won't understand, the people who were cold and the people who will take my hand. All the new things, are discovering life, a wandering bird ready to take a flight. To the half full glass, sitting on a counter that will stay with me forever and ever and